Hello my YouTube friends, just giving you a quick little update on the Liberty Garden. It is April the 29th, beautiful day here in the DFW Metroplex, and here's just a quick update. The tomato plants are doing okay, no blight issues so far despite we've been having some rain. The pepper plants, these two are not doing that great, but they're coming along. I think those are habaneros, and I fertilized with a little bit rabbit poo. I put some rabbit poo all around the garden. A friend of mine has rabbits, and he gave me some rabbit poo. I put some comfrey right there at the base of this pear tree. Here's the compost pile, and here's all the little transplants, peaches that I've gotten out of the different planters. Here, the keyhole garden, I cleaned it up. Had a lot of cilantro that was going to seed already. I already have a lot of seed of cilantro, so I didn't wait for it to dry out. And I put some squash there. And here's all the onions. I still need to finish planting it though. Here's all the onions and a few more squash over here. The okras never broke seed. I'm wondering if they're a little too shaded in here and it's not hot enough for them to break. I may replant them, but looking the way this fig bush is here, shading everything, I don't think that bed is going to be of much use at that point. Either I move the bed or I get rid of the fig tree, and most likely I will move the bed. Here's my patty pan squash. These are about probably 6 weeks old. Got some oregano there at the bottom, some onions, transplants, little volunteer tomato, put some rabbit poo in the bottom. Another comfrey plant at the bottom. This apple tree has a lot of nice little apples on it. This is a golden delicious. First time it gives me apples. Good little tree. Look at the trunk. It's not that big. And I mentioned this because I'm gonna compare it to the other apple tree that I have that doesn't give me anything. It has a much bigger trunk. Here are the asparagus. I almost cut them the other day because I thought there were weeds and grass in the beds, but no, they're asparagus. Look at them right there. They look like little weeds, but here they're coming up nicely. That's another little pepper. Here's another little fig bush, fig tree. I got more squash coming out there. There's yellow neck, and I got a few transplants I haven't transplanted. Some volunteer tomatoes. A lot of this, most of this is, a lot of it is volunteers. Here's another volunteer tomato that put in a little pot there. Another apple tree that hasn't given anything yet. It's kind of small. Here's the potatoes in containers and in that planter back there, the wood planter or raised bed. Here's a little strawberry plant, and that's the bird over there that pecks at every single peach and nectarine that he can find his way to. Anyway, this bed is just overtaken by dill. I could take it down, but it's so beautiful. I don't want to take it down, you know. I mix dill with my salads now, and it tastes great. So I just leave it there and just screw it. You know, I got a lot of places to plant, so I'm just going to let it go to seed. And it brings a lot of bees and predatory insects, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I got a lot of transplants here. More peaches, a lot of rosemaries. Something just landed in my coffee. What else do we have here? Some mint in the back, spearmint, I think. Dill, more peach trees. Here's a vine, a grapevine. I put another one on the other side. It's just coming out, so I'm gonna have 2 grapevines. Here's a pepper plant and some sorrel. Great for salads. And let's see inside here, inside the greenhouse. Another tomato plant that's looking very, very healthy. I got these long onions going to seed there. I don't know what kind of onions these are. If anybody can tell me, they have an onion back there down at the bottom there, and well, look at them. They're beautiful. They got these beautiful heads on them. Look at this. Heads are almost the size of my palm. Here's another little pepper. Has one big jalapeno or something here. I don't know what kind of pepper this is. I plant them and then I forget what they are. This is another Italian pepper called Corno di Toro. Okay, whatever. And there's some rabbit poo right there for fertilizing. Here's my arugula. Oh man, this is so good on salads. It's a perennial. Same as sorrel. This is a perennial, so I'm just cutting these from this one and eating salads. Arugula and sorrel salads are great with olive oil. And let's see what else we got going on. My garlics, I don't know what happened to my garlics. They are all but gone. Look at them. I watered them and everything, and they just collapsed and fell. So I don't have the Alabama gardener touch. My garlics did not make it. Let's see what else. Got a lemon tree here and a bunch of rosemary and a bunch of parsley and mint. Some flowers here for the bees. Oh, this is my raised bed, my new raised bed that I made. It's 42 inches high. These are 2x6s, two of them, so that's about a foot in depth, and that's basically all cedar, and it's coming out nicely. Look at that. That way is west. Okay, so those are cucumbers. I'm gonna put a trellis there, and that trellis, they're gonna climb up there. So on the hottest day of summer, that trellis is gonna shade the rest of the bed here, and it's gonna help these other plants here. I got radishes and a few herbs and some volunteer tomatoes that are coming out of there that were in the soil. So moving on, this is the tree, and this is where I want some advice from some of you more experienced guys out there. Look at that tree. It's a gala apple. It's a love-hate relationship. There's almost no apples on it. All the blooms are already dried out. No apples. Last year, it gave me apples for the first time. Now, mind you, this has been in the ground for about 6 years now. And all the apples went bad because the birds got to them. And I don't mind that. It's just the fact that it's not giving any apples. That's what I mind. So I'm really thinking of putting an X to it next winter. And putting a walnut tree here. Now, from my house to the fence line it's 15 feet. No, 20 feet, I'm sorry. From the concrete here pad, for the patio pad, to the trunk is 5 feet. Okay? So, I'm thinking that a walnut tree should be okay here. I think they have deep tap roots and they don't lift. They're not going to tend to come out and lift my concrete pad. A walnut tree is a lifetime commitment. So, I want to put it in the right spot. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I give this apple tree more chance, or pretty much be done with it? Just write it off and put in a walnut tree here. Walnut tree would also give me shade because that's the west side, so it would give me a lot of shade here, which would be real nice. And this thing doesn't give me any shade, so I'm grilling here with the sun in my face. That's about it, folks. The other thing I have here is the little persimmons tree, and that's it. Here's one last look at the garden. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Until next time.